It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's got to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A play fake. Now Williams. He gets this one to Moore. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Give up the middle with Swift. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Odunze. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really
that one, take it in. Roll, Odunze, touchdown Bears. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On play action, here's Dak. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
In motion, Lamb. On second down, it's Dak. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and short. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. On the give, it's Swift. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Barris Leofau there on the stop. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll put Everett in motion here. On first down, it's Swift. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Carry here for Vaughn. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the pistol, Vaughn. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Vaughn. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. On 3rd down, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. And And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. To the air again. Prescott in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 9. Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. He is in. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Williams. A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Williams to the air once more. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Cowboys have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on 2nd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Bears send out their punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Prescott now. Will get this out quickly to Lamb. Well, this play, like this drive, going backwards. A loss there on 3rd down. A very quick 3-and-out.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Now Williams. Pass is caught. It's Tyler Scott. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They will run it over center with Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and a yard. Another run here. Another run by Swift. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Chicago.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Now Vaughn. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. On 2nd down, it's Dak. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. A 1st down there. Gain of 14 yards.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Second down, Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
This one is caught by Turpin. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on 3rd down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run. It's Swift. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
First and 10. A run here with Swift. Ho-ho! And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Second and 7. On the give, here's Swift. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.